Welcome to this edition of the First Aid Show. Accidents and serious illness scenarios can be mentally and physically exhausting to deal with, but after the incident, you have to deal with emotions and reflection. We asked the paramedic, how do they deal with emotions after the incident?
Part of choosing to do the job, you have a realisation that you will be exposed to things that are uncomfortable and graphic and traumatic. You accept that as part of the job. In your training, you are given pictures, slides, videos, scenarios that are quite realistic, and that helps to condition you and train you to how you act when you're faced with those situations. We work on those jobs because they tend to be bigger jobs as a team with other emergency services, with our managers, our specialist paramedics and critical care paramedics, doctors, critical care crews. So there's always somebody around, and afterwards we typically try and do a hot debrief to talk through the things that went well, the things that could have been done better next time. And sometimes, although you don't want it to become familiar, through repetition and exposure to these things, you just learn your own coping strategies. The organisation you work for, of course, have professional services should you need them. You can talk to people. They have maybe a TRIM referral service where you can talk through to another trained colleague how you are processing the event, and if they feel you need additional support, or if you're not sleeping or you're struggling to process that, you can request support just to make sure that you have that resilience should you face that sort of event again. But generally, you develop what's called a slightly Teflon outer skin that allows you to process those events. I always think if I go to scenarios that are sad and traumatic and upset, that it's not my grief to own. That belongs to the family of the person who hasn't survived. So I try not to take it. I try not to internalise it as much as I can. And there are lots of other good strategies that you can do by eating well, a nice colourful variety of foods, sleeping well, talking to people, exercising, getting good daylight. All of those things help keep you balanced and able to process and be resilient to how you might react to these more uncomfortable situations.